Ladies and gentlemen, you are now tuned in to the best podcast in the world. And we are here to give you greatness. You dig? You're tuned in with the Green Ranger, the best in the world. The Spartan, you know you're in our world. When wrestling was real to me, when wrestling was real to me, the Green Ranger, the best in the world. The Spartan, you know you're in our world. When wrestling was real to me, when wrestling was real to me. Cheer. It's what everyone say, hold down for the fans that want to be great. You already know what it is. It's when wrestling was real to me. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, we thank you. We appreciate you. You have given us so much support, so much feedback, so much positive vibes to just push us to another level. And we just definitely appreciate you guys. We are here. This is episode 3. You guys have seen episode 1, episode 2. You guys have shown support with our reels, our shorts, everything. And I just want to from the bottom of my heart, say thank you. You know what I'm saying? This is going to be an amazing episode. And why is that, Ant-Man? You know why? Because we are going to do it for the fans out there that want to be great, and that's what we're supposed to do. It's your boy, Ant-Man Fontaine, hold down for the fans out there that want to be great. I got my boy.
Yes, sir. It's your boy Mike Shane, a.k.a. the Green Ranger, a.k.a. Mike the Hitman Hart. Yes. Let's get into it, man.
And then you already know it's the one and only best in the world, a.k.a. the Rated R Superstar, a.k.a. Keenan D. Austin. Ready to give y'all realness from the bottom of my heart. I'm ready to get live, bro. We got something special for y'all. Can I hear the ring announcer introduce yourself, please, and thank you.
What's going on?
Hello there, fans. This is Kamari Shields, a.k.a. the Total Package. That might be the first time you're hearing this name, and it won't be the last. I am the new producer of the group. I'm glad to be here, ready to get started, ready to have some fun. But first and foremost, we got a little bit of business to handle.
Yes, sir.
All of us here at When Wrestling Was Real to Me would like to pay our respects to 2 fallen wrestlers. First one being Terry Funk, and the second one being Wildem Rotunda, a.k.a. Bray Wyatt. Let's just have a moment of silence for our 2 fallen.
Yes, sir.
And now that we have that out the way, it is time for our daily discussions. So, what we're going to do as a result of that, since it's current events, I would like to ask our committee here, what is one of your favorite moments from either Bray Wyatt or Terry Funk? We're going to start randomly off, so Mike, you're the first one, go.
I'm going to be honest, the Bray Wyatt death kind of hurt, because I fell away from wrestling. I drifted away. I started to turn to a casual around the time Bray Wyatt started. So he got me back into wrestling. I just loved his originality. And that's what wrestling to me was lacking at the time. Originality, just that it factor. And Bray Wyatt had that. And so that hurt me, man. Because again, I came back into watching wrestling because of Bray Wyatt. And he was just a phenomenal wrestler to me, man. And on the mic and his promos were epic, bro. So yeah, that sucked, man.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
I feel that. Brother, you got something to say?
So for me, when I definitely want to show Terry Funk some love.
Oh yeah,
but first and foremost, I definitely gotta give my condolences to. It's not the Wyatt family, but the Rotunda family. Gotta definitely show y'all respect, especially to his wife JoJo with them beautiful kids of hers. It's definitely a hard thing where you're losing a partner that you've been rocking with, and you never know how life can life can call your name real quick. And the fact that, he was only 36.
36, bro.
We all the same
age, bro.
Yeah.
It's like
So the fact
crazy.
He was called home a little early. I feel like he was definitely different. He was definitely unique. He definitely brought me back to wrestling, where wrestling was real to me.
Yes.
Because of his promo skills. Like
his promos was one of a kind, bro.
Epic. His promos where he can just I mean, and it didn't matter of where he was at. When we're talking about from the swamp movement to the Fiend movement to the Playhouse, Fire Playhouse. Like when it came to that, it was different. And that Kitty theme song was actually dope. Yeah. But like Bray Wyatt was so unique. He was so epic, man. And I mean, like I said, I feel like I feel cheated as a fan.
Facts.
Because I know that he was trying to he was dealing with his health complications that we're not even going to speak on. But the fact that he was actually trying to come back and he was actually trying to make a return to wrestling because he knew the fans wanted him. And, you know, I can only imagine what he was going to do. I feel cheated with the Uncle Howdy story now because we're never going to know how that whole thing was supposed to play out or what was the point of it. But I mean, Bray Wyatt,
he don't come big. He don't come through.
Yeah.
How he gonna come through for us? Bro?
Yeah, but Bray Wyatt, rest in peace, bro.
Yeah.
I was really just hurt a lot of time for the fact that he's another generational wrestler. So his father's IRS. That's like Randy Orton with his father. Randy Orton's father highlighted the very first WrestleMania. You know what I'm saying? So he's there, and his younger brother, Bo Dallas, even though when he actually broke out in the scene WWE, when he was in NXT, he was the long-range champion. He's right after Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins got it first as the very first NXT Heavyweight Championship match against him and Jinder Mahal. So it like really hurt. I personally was upset because when I was sitting there watching him when he first came out, I was like, this is some fake Duck Dynasty mess. And it was like, I don't know if people know, but that was like a show and everybody had long beards and they had like that Louisiana Bayou swamp mentality, you know what I'm saying? And Bray Wyatt came out there with that. He came out there and I was just confused. I was just like, this is where wrestling is going. We went from The Rock to this, and no. He shut me all the way up. Right. He shut me up.
Speaking of The Rock, I wanted to read something The Rock said. He said, I love his presence, promos, and his ring walk was most importantly. Bray Wyatt was very unique, cool, rare, original, and authentic character, which is actually very hard to create in our crazy world of pro wrestling.
Definitely.
So, that's crazy.
It's love, and I hate that too because one of my moments, and me and my brother were watching it the other day. We were sitting there watching the Elimination Chamber. That year, I went to that WrestleMania live. You know what I'm saying? Shout out WrestleMania 33 all day, every day. I was sitting there watching, and one of my favorite moments is when Bray Wyatt's wrestling for the SmackDown Heavyweight Championship. The ring has cockroaches and worms, and I was like, yo, what is this?
I love you, Bray. I wasn't feeling that bad.
Listen, I'm just saying, haters are going to hate. All I'm saying is that match was epic to me because I was there live, and just nothing but respect. You dig?
Yeah, man. And then to Terry Funk, man. I mean, a.k.a. Chainsaw Charlie.
That's ordinary.
That's when wrestling grew to me. Like, I didn't know Terry Funk when he was actually in the territory days.
We were young.
Yeah, I was too young for that. But when it came to when the Attitude Era, you gotta mention Chainsaw Charlie.
Chainsaw Charlie.
He is a former tag team champion. You gotta show him respect. A former tag team champion.
Yo, he was wild, yo.
I mean, with Cactus Jack, I mean, Chainsaw Charlie, he was a dope wrestler.
Such a great tag team.
Yeah, man.
They went against Mike's favorite tag team with the Outlaws. They was like, there. They said, went against them. They went about the Funks.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we gotta give respect.
Yo, the true hardcore legend, bro.
Hardcore legend.
It hurts, man. So, I mean, it's been a long week.
This week sucked, bro.
Yeah, this week sucked. It's been a long, drawn week. It's been a long
time. Bob Barker, because he has some WWE. He has some WWE acquaintances. You know what I'm saying?
He was a guest GM at one point. So
Chris Jericho was on the episode one time with him. So
and he knocked him out.
Yeah,
Bob Barker knocked out Chris Jericho.
And he hit him Happy Gilmore. What's up?
Bob Barker got bodies on him, bro.
I mean, play, bro.
Bob Barker got bodies.
They had a beat going. They said he was 99, and they said he didn't reach 100, go over 100, go over that dollar bill. That's his show. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna hold you. It's deep right now. You know what I'm saying?
Man, fans, I ain't got nothing to do with that. I don't approve that message.
That's what the gentleman
What he just said, I don't approve that message.
No, it's way Van Fontaine. I'm giving it to you
In this-
first.
in
You know
this
what I'm
wrestling
saying?
world, I
And
do not approve that message.
No. That ain't no disrespect. He's just not the guy. He got the guy.
That's a piece of the guy.
Listen, if you lost a loved one, man, we're definitely sending y'all prayers, man, because again, losing a loved one is never easy. Never easy, man. And again, it's like, we just gotta try to stay strong. And again, we're a community, so if you lost a loved one, we're sending y'all a prayer, man.
Blessings.
And again, we're always here for y'all. And again, whenever y'all need to talk, just shoot us in the IG inbox or the Facebook inbox or on the
We're on all
comments.
platforms right now.
Yeah,
so
man.
We're on all of them.
Yo, make sure you subscribe and share. We're trying to be great. We're just starting out. But you know what's funny? We believe in ourselves. And y'all believe in us too, because if we could just show you guys all the support that all of us as individuals had, all of us as a group had, we have so much support, so many positive vibes, so many positive comments, so many things to help us build to the next level from you guys. And we appreciate that. And that's real talk. You know what I'm saying? It's a buck.
That makes it dope.
Shout out to Young Rocco and Boney Man to hit us up. You know what I mean? They hit us up talking about, asking us questions about. Again, they believe in the movement. I want to shout them out because, again, it's hard to get believers when you first start off.
Yeah.
And the support that we're getting is great to me, man. I really appreciate that, man. They hit us up, so shout them out. We can't wait to have you guys on the show. Talk to y'all, those my brothers, man, in the music industry. Young Rocco is a beast with the mixing and engineering. Boney Man's a phenomenal artist, and so is
definitely
Nino from Flow City. You know what I'm saying?
We're holding it down.
Yeah. And listen, man. And listen, what we got, the more that we got coming on, pause, what we're going to be doing. And so what we're going to be doing, pause, is the fact that, listen, next episode, because this is what we want, we've been hearing enough feedback to the point where it's like, all right, y'all, you really think y'all got what it takes to be on this podcast?
Yo, first guest gotta be Nino. It gotta be Nino. So you talking big shit.
I mean, we'll see. But what we need to know is
hold on.
I need to make sure. I need you to go ahead and again, if you really think about that life, you want to be on an episode.
I want that Goldberg smoke.
We need y'all to come on here and we need you to post comments. You know what I mean? Hit us in the inbox, whatever it takes, man. Like, let us know. We want y'all to sit over here with the feedback, because feedback is everything where we know that you're actually about this life and about this smoke.
Thank you for sharing this.
We got
we got
people, bro. We got comments. We got
so many debates.
Yes.
It's like,
you know,
and follow our right. We've had some pages under construction. But we got our IG page actually in line. We're not going to get blocked no more. IG, I've already figured you out. Shout out to you. And then Facebook, we actually got that in line because, you know what I mean, some people got hit with the future endeavors. So, you know what I mean, but we're not even going to speak on that just yet. That's going to be something. That's a nice little spicy little going on a little later. But we got that. We got a new Facebook fan page. Make sure you check that out. And then you already know the YouTube page. You already know we got some play going on.
you're
On that note, since the fellas are feeling so musically inclined, we are going to go with our first discussion today, which is the wackest entrance music.
Yo, this is way before I tell you hold down with the fans that want to be great, and I'm always going to give you greatness. My least favorite entrance of all time, including just walking in and the music and everything. There was this whack ass dude in WCW called Disco Inferno, and it hurt me. Yo, it just hurt my heart. It hurt my soul. He's come out there. And
he was trash, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
He doing all this stuff. He had a little hairdo or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I hated it, yo. Green Ranger.
Nah, bro, he was trash, bro.
I hated it. I was telling my family the other day. You know they made him a member of the Wolfpack. You know what I'm saying? Like, the Wolfpack.
Houseway.
NWO.
How? Yeah.
It was horrible.
He didn't even have the attitude or anything.
It was horrible.
NWO.
He had a title, bro. They gave this man the TV title. It was absolutely disgraceful.
And he stole Stunner.
Yes.
No, he did. Damn.
The chart buster. That's what
The chart buster. This man.
Get him out of here.
He's so cold.
Get him out of here.
He's trying to make it the chart buster. Trying to make it this thing.
No.
This man was ultra trash, ultra whack.
Trash Bandicoot.
I give him any respect.
Trash Bandicoot.
Trash beast.
That is the worst.
Nah, yeah.
I mean, Disco. That was like Disco. I'm sorry, bro, but
Get out of here with that
That
shit.
was
Disco fever. He used to be like Disco fever. Nah, I didn't want to do it. I look crazy. You know?
I did it. I love it. Because I remember the WCW game, though.
He's
Like,
like,
it's like,
he got the special. He was like, yeah, that man was ultra whack. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, we doing the disco
You it was him, and there was this German dude called Alex Wright, and he had a dance. And I don't know what type of time he was on, but he was trash too. But somehow, some way, WCW was giving him a title out too. He's a champion.
Championship.
Don't disrespect Alex.
I
was working that. He can wrestle.
Well, I ain't like his persona. He ain't had to do that. Him and Disco Inferno had to dance song when I was starving. You know what I'm saying?
He was a German gigolo. That's what he was.
Yo, the devil is a whole lot. He ain't on Sunday, so we just don't know. You know what I'm saying? But no. That man was trash, yo. Alex right in it. But like I said, Disco Inferno. What are your interests?
Mine ain't as bad as that. I'm kind of jealous of your pick because I ain't gonna lie. As a kid, I didn't like that shit at all. Bro, I didn't like it at all. So that was a good pick. But it was something. It grew on me now. Let me say it now. It grew on me. You know, when you get older and mature, things grow on you. But when I was younger, I hated Mankind's entrance. I did not like it. I'm talking about Dark Mankind when he was having the matches with the Undertaker, the boiler room fights. No, I didn't like his intro, bro. I did not, bro. I just felt like it didn't fit him. I said, It was fire, pulling out the hair. It was eerie, but I get it. That's what I'm saying now. It grew on me, and I get it. But as a kid, when it was real to me, I did not like his intro music, bro.
You didn't like his intro music?
I didn't like it, bro.
That was one of the best intro music of all time.
It was.
It's that
But
Lord.
I already know when they went
He's sounding homeless with that song.
He looked homeless, sounded homeless. That was my joint, bro. I did not like his first. I did not like Dark Mankind. I didn't like it, bro. But it grew on me. It grew on me. Oh yeah, I'm talking about wrestling. We're not talking about wrestling. We talking about just entry. So don't think I'm disrespecting Nick.
Yes.
Exactly. We just talking about the song.
The entry.
I didn't like the song. That song. I wasn't.
Everybody's talking for their opinions. Even when it's wrong.
It grew on me. I had to mature. My brain wasn't mature enough yet.
That
had me hyped. I heard that. I'm ready to get this soccer out. That's a Mankind tap, man. You know what I'm saying? Stop playing with your board. Stop playing with. I want the Mankind tap. Yo, that was my guy, bro. The man. How was that? Yeah.
Yo, like you know, you learn something new every single day, bro. The more you know.
And on that note, we are now going to switch gears to the Fantasy 5 Draft.
Hold on.
I apologize.
My damn, I just got fired. I got hit with the future ever on the
Keenan, you're fired.
You know, so
He didn't even know. He knew he got fired.
anyway, my bad.
You're fired in your own goddamn house, right, man?
But anyway, let me put my foot back in. So for me, it was crazy because I was like battling between the WWE old school songs where it came to Mr. Ass, his song. Yeah. You actually hit the notes in there, and that was actually pretty good, bro. I actually had a moment, bro. But
DX Fusion.
yeah. But for me,
Not message, soft back.
it was like, again, WWE for the most part, they had, what was it, Jim Johnson. Jim Johnson is one of the best producers when it comes to making music because he made he made Stone Cold, he made DX, he made Undertaker, he made Mankind, he made these epic theme songs. So shout out to you, Mr. Jim.
Yeah.
But WWE on the other hand, I don't know who y'all producer was or who made the music. Y'all were trash can juice.
Yeah.
And one of the songs that I could not stand for me was the Steiners. When it was Steiner time. What is that? Bro,
it was Steiner time, bro. It was Steiner time, bro.
I want to know how many. I gotta look up my notes at some point. But how many times did y'all win a WCW titles with that garbage juice music?
You know what problem? Lane, they beat them with the outsiders. They did it under the memory lane. We go back in time. They beat them with the outsiders, but then the outsiders, that was Scott Steiner, turn on his brother. Turn on his brother. Turn on his brother. You asked the question, you was like, when you good? I explained that with the
the Starter Brothers music was so trash. Like I couldn't stand that song. You know what I mean? Especially when your brother just keep touching your spirit and soul, and you just say, "Hey man, I love you." But that's just for me, man. I mean, hey man. But what I would like, but what we gotta test, who we gotta really test right quick, right now, because like I said, this is his inaugural episode. So I need to know the ring announcer's wackest entrance song.
Let's hear it.
And go.
Okay. In my humble opinion, the wackest entrance song to me was Bo Dallas. I did not vibe with the entrance music. I understood the route he was trying to take his character in, but it just never really set right with me.
You had to believe.
I did not believe.
No.
In fact, one of my favorite moments that happened with that was when Daniel Bryan was still in, and he said, respectfully, Bo, leave.
No, you gotta believe. Yo, he had me in my hands. I'm like this. Like I won something. You gotta believe.
I did the same thing with Daniel Bryan. Yes.
I'm with you on that.
No. You gotta believe.
I gotta agree with my brother. You gotta believe.
You gotta believe, bro.
I believe.
Inspirational, John.
You got the signs and everything. Like believe. Like you gotta believe, man.
No.
And you're agreeing with that?
With it. I mean, I'm not saying I ain't like it, but I wasn't feeling it. Like you know,
You gotta believe.
I can understand where he's coming from.
I believe in my brothers right here. I believe in my brothers. You gotta believe. You think this way, man, boy. Let me give it to you first. You gotta believe. Chill.
Man. I mean, hey, everybody, like I said before, everybody has an opinion, even if it's wrong. You know what I mean? But I appreciate the ring announcer's opinion. That was pretty good. But go ahead, man. What's up, brother? What's up, bro?
Cheer.
And everybody, we are back with When Wrestling Was Real to Me. And now it is time for the then versus now discussion. So as you saw, as we did with the draft picks, we're taking people from the Attitude Era of then to the superstars of tomorrow. So, we're going to start off with Mr. Austin. You have the floor, sir.
Alright, so for me, I'm going to have to, I had to think about the best then and now. And for me, there are a lot of epic matches that are out there, but honestly, for the storytelling aspect behind it, for what the promos could be, what the vignettes, the whole old school, that real feeling, I have to go for the now. I would have to go to rest in peace, the Fiend, Bray Wyatt, and I'm going to have him go against not the new Undertaker who he faced at WrestleMania, not that one. No, I'm going to have him face 97 Undertaker when he was part of that Ministry of Darkness. That for me was epic. That for me was everything. When it came to like making sure that everything was on point, when it comes to like the promos, like you think about the Fiend versus Undertaker, the Ministry of Darkness Undertaker. I'm talking about those scary, dark promos. I mean, I will like, those promos to me would be epic.
I'm not gonna lie, that was a good pick. I could really just see me as a kid, because again, the promo, the Undertaker Kane was fire, Undertaker Dark Mankind, Bray Wyatt, that would have been like a freaking dessert, bro. That would have been facts. Yo, that would have been crazy.
I'm trying to tell you, like, Bray Wyatt, to me, if anything, he will be. It will be just like Mankind versus Undertaker,
exactly.
But it would be Undertaker versus Mankind on steroids. Because, yeah. I mean, like I said, Mankind was dope at that time, but he don't have the promo skills like Bray Wyatt.
And that's why I always said Mankind. Well, Bray Wyatt reminded me of Mankind. I'm not gonna say he took his style or anything, but it just reminded me of Mankind. I think it is about that. I think it's that breakdown that you just used pretty much describes how I felt about him.
Absolutely.
Reminded me of Mankind.
It's epic, man. Yeah. And I just know, like, if they really had those matches, like,
classic.
It'd be epic. Yeah. It'd be epic. Yeah, man.
Who you got? Want me to go? I'll go. Go ahead.
I'm gonna sit here just straight up holding out for the fans that want to be great always. Anthony Fontaine. You already know my favorite wrestler is Shawn Michaels. I'm always gonna hold down Shawn Michaels. HBK hold down, just an innovator. You know what I mean? I will sit here and give it Shawn Michaels versus AJ Styles. AJ Styles, to me, he took a contract as a young son and made a career out of it. So people wanted AJ Styles heavy. AJ Styles sat there and took a contract, came to Samoa Joe. Nobody knew that they were going to be as great as they were, but the people that ran TNA knew what they had. They weren't going to let them go. They signed the long contract with them. They said they did what they had to do. AJ Styles has some of the best movesets, some of the best matches of the modern day era. Now you take him and go against Shawn Michaels back in the day in his prime, a 96, 97 Shawn Michaels. It's beyond epic. There's no way that match would not be the equivalency of an Iron Man match of a Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels. It wouldn't be the equivalency of WrestleMania 14, a Shawn Michaels versus a Stone Cold. They have the same potential, and I'm going to give them that, and they both can maneuver. Shawn Michaels made everyone look good. AJ Styles' moveset and his ability to wrestle makes everyone look good, so we can make it work. You dig?
I mean, I think Shawn and AJ Styles would create magic in the ring, because they're one of the best two storytellers of all time when it comes to just knowing how to win a match, knowing how to lose a match, and even when they lose, their losses are epic, where it's like they actually put on a classic. And their losses don't feel like losses, really. It'd be feeling like, man, they put on a hell of a match, but they actually won
like especially Shawn Michaels, he could get his ass kicked the whole fight and sell it and make it look great. Like the Undertaker when he fought out to sell. Bro got beat up the whole fight. And it was a classic match. He's the only one that can pull that off. And I always said that he made getting your ass kicked look cool. You know what I'm saying? So
even when his younger and older era, when he's going against someone like Hulk Hogan, when Hulk Hogan's already old, but then he's older, it's like he's trying to sell Hulk Hogan. It's like, bro, like you can't even he can't maneuver like you, he can't move like you. He's making that match work.
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan throwing him to the ropes and he doing a little flips.
I always said that. I'm not like I'll do that memory lane later, but I used to always just lay on the big ground like I'm about to take a nap, like how Shawn Michaels be laid out. I just did weird shit like that because I just liked how he would just lay spread out on the ground. I would do that. My mom be like, "What the hell wrong with this boy?" I'd be on the ground. So yeah, Shawn Michaels just made it look good, man. He's like, I like that match, y'all. I was weird, bro. I was a wild kid, but yeah. So, you done? Or you gonna do it? You done?
Yeah.
Alright. So, Charlotte Flair versus China, man. I gotta do it. I feel like the evolution of women wrestling has just grown for the better. Like right now, women's wrestling is at its all-time best. Ours was cool, but I feel like our era was more like eye candy.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? So, and I feel like the queen of all wrestlers right now is Charlotte, bro.
Woo!
It's Charlotte, the queen, and you can put her in a time machine, put her back there. She'd be the queen back there. She just has that
Charlotte's fire.
it factor with her, bro. And it's in the DNA.
Yeah.
Her pops. You know what I'm saying? You can clearly tell it's in the DNA. I love everything about her, how she carries herself, confidence, total package, how she fights mixed with the old school, new school. She's the total package, bro. She's also nice to look at. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Forgive me, Dr. Umar Johnson, fiance, but I don't play in the snow bunnies like that. But if Charlotte invited me to a snow fight, I'm playing in that snow fight. You know what I'm saying? But now I don't decide though. But listen, every good wrestler needs a great wrestler as a dance partner to elevate them. And Charlotte is that great wrestler. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, for example, Charlotte Flair versus Bray last year at WrestleMania was the best match of that Saturday night. They stole the show. Charlotte just makes you look good. So if you put Charlotte in a time machine against China, she would make China look good. She's not as great as or athletic as they are now, but Charlotte would definitely help elevate China to that next level in regards of a great women's match.
The match would be very epic. I feel like Charlotte would end up carrying China because China was a decent wrestler.
Yeah.
But Charlotte is,
she would have to carry it, but I think they would find a way to turn that to a classic.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely. Oh yeah. Well, Charlotte knows how to build a match, man. And whether she's taking an L or getting a dub, like she definitely would make that match between China and Charlotte. It would be absolutely a classic.
To add on what you're saying, I actually enjoy that because Charlotte was like one of the first people that was going against the actual men's competition. Yeah. I feel like Charlotte could do the same thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like Charlotte.
I don't agree with that.
I do.
I would not. I can't see Charlotte wrestling a man.
I can. Why?
I can't.
She's just as ripped, cut, shredded, way more athletic.
She don't got the muscle tone like China.
You're out of your mind.
She don't.
She don't.
I don't know, bro. I don't know.
I kind of get what you're saying because of the size difference. But
Charlotte was going against smaller people too.
Yeah, China was beating up
she wasn't going against no heavy set dude. She was going against a cruiserweight.
Charlotte has not really been facing a bigger people like that. She faces smaller females. Compared to China. Charlotte.
Did she go against Nia Jax?
She beat up Jacqueline. Jacqueline
she didn't go against Nia Jax. No. I mean, but so what?
I don't know. I can't deal with that, yo. I feel like
I mean, everybody, like I said, I've always said everybody's entitled to their opinion, even if it's wrong. But it's just like at the end of the day, I mean, I just don't feel as though like the muscle tone. I don't think Charlotte got the same muscle tone or as stocky or as big as China. China is more believable beating up dudes than to me Charlotte would be. That's just it. I can't see skinny Charlotte trying to pick me up and body slam.
I bet you she could though. That's the
I'm not.
hard.
No. Whoa, I didn't say she couldn't. I said,
can't see it.
There you go.
But you can't see that, but you can see Rey Mysterio beating the Big Show. Like, make it make sense.
No, I can't see that either. No. I thought that shit was fake as hell.
Yeah.
Like, come on, bro. No, I can't. No.
I respect your opinion, but I really see Charlotte beating dudes, bro. If China can do it, Charlotte can do it 10 times better, bro.
Hey, man.
You know what I mean? Charlotte, she's it, man. She's the best female wrestler, period, bro. She has it all.
Her and Beth Phoenix. That was sick. It both of them won match.
And on that note, we're going to switch gears to our next topic. Since we are talking about the female division,
Yes.
Gentlemen, I would like to know, who do you believe, in your opinion, is either the most disrespected or the most underrated female wrestler? Man, we're going to start with you this time.
Cheers. Wait a minute, for down the fans there always. I'm going to go ahead and give it to AJ Lee. I don't know if you guys understand, but AJ Lee was like my ace when it came to the female division back in the day. Now, you got AJ Lee, you got Paige, you have the Bella era. Like, they're all like in the same vibe. But AJ Lee was small. She had what was that belt? The Diva Championship with the butterfly on there. She was so small. She was just skipping to the ring. She was just tiny. But when she got into the ring, she was just so intense. And it's just like, because of her connection with CM Punk, she got slept on. And when I mean she got slept on, she was holding the title. She was breaking records. Second, she wasn't good because of CM Punk, and now all of a sudden the Bella twin took all her accolades, and you never heard or seen from AJ Lee again. AJ Lee is a pioneer, and I'm not going to sit there and sleep on her. That's my girl. I'm giving her all the props in the world.
I mean, AJ was cool. AJ was cool. I mean, I can see your point of saying with the whole fact that, you know, she kind of got blackballed.
She had no video games.
Or whiteballed for that matter.
No video games, no nothing.
I mean, AJ.
Like, she wasn't rocking. That's not fair.
And she put on good matches, too. She was looking like a diva in the beginning, but then after time, she actually looked like a women's champion. And she actually cut pretty dope promos, too, when she was a heel. So, I see where, I can see your point of that, but, you know what I mean?
Not me. So who you rocking with, dog?
Me? I'm
you know what I'm saying? Like, who you rocking with? Brother.
Whatever. So for me, I'm actually gonna go with Mickie James. Mickie James is actually a female wrestler that she's actually pretty dope. She's a six time. Seven?
Yeah.
Well, no, it's actually six women and a female, their former Divas champion, so that's seven. So you can say seven, but then she's also one of the few that actually had a Divas title and a Women's Championship at the same damn time. Okay. I mean, not many females can actually say that, but nobody actually showed her love that she actually deserved. I mean, she was actually pretty dope in TNA. No, I didn't really watch her in TNA, but she's pretty dope in TNA. And she's actually in the TNA Hall of Fame, too. For the fact that you're in the TNA Hall of Fame, the WWE Hall of Fame, I mean, and you've had actually mad epic matches against Trish Stratus, against Lita, against Beth Phoenix, against Alexa Bliss. I mean, she actually got some laundry list of females that she's actually faced in the old era and the new era. She's the one that was part of the Attitude Era, the Ruthless Aggression Era, and this little new era, the How to Go Lucky PG era. I mean, Mickie James, she's pretty dope, bro. I'm sorry, she got body count too. So, you know what I mean.
I gotta go with our era a little bit. Yeah, our Attitude Era. Tori. There's two of them. I got confused one time with Tori Wilson. Then it's Tori, just Tori.
It's Tori.
Not Wilson. We're talking about Tori. I feel like Tori low-key never really had a chance to do anything. She didn't get a championship or nothing. I think she could have got at least a title once. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they played her. She worked with one of the biggest wrestlers in the game, Kane, DX. Even though DX was kind of trash, not trash, but they were kind of whack because after Triple H left, DX was, you know what I mean, it wasn't the same. So yeah, you know what I mean, they did her dirty, and you know, I like her matches. She used to be a bodybuilder. I didn't know that. I found out about not too long ago. But I feel like Tori was low key disrespected. They could at least gave her a title shot. Yeah, give her. She had a title shot and lost it, but I just felt like she couldn't won the belt. You know what I mean? She was athletic. Yeah, they played her. You know what I mean? She had some good matches. She fought some dudes, jumped through tables on people. She teamed up with Kane. You know what I mean? Cheated on Kane with X-Pac. You know what I'm saying? So she had some decent storylines, and I just felt like they did her dirty. I feel like they could have did a little bit more with her. So I gotta go with Tori.
I heard that.
I didn't care for Tori really like that.
Yeah, she wasn't like eye candy or nothing, but you know, I just thought she wasn't that bad.
Eye candy. I don't remember no epic matches. Tori.
I remember Xbox stole her from.
She's known for getting stolen. Jumping through the table.
She jumped through a table on the Dudley Boys, right? Yeah. So
that's about it. Other than
I mean, I felt like they could have did more with her. You know.
So what is a female that you think is pretty underrated, sir?
Just a ring announcer.
My choice would probably have to go with Naomi.
Okay.
And part of that is because of this. When she was with the Funkadactyls, they did pretty good for the women's division, but as a result, after everything that happened with the Funkasaurus, she kind of, for everybody involved, it kind of swept them under the rug. A similar way, like you said, with AJ Lee and CM Punk. And Naomi still put in work while she was there, but I feel like she didn't get all the flowers that she deserves as a result.
I heard that.
I mean, I'm not mad at that.
Shout out to her. I was at WrestleMania 13. She went at 14. Cheer. She won the SmackDown Heavyweight Champion with the women's. I was there live. And she from Orlando. We was in Orlando. That was a big accomplishment. I really like that one.
The one sad thing is she should have been part of the Bloodline by now. That would actually be pretty.
Yes, I fully agree with that.
She's part of the Bloodline right now. They would be actually next level. Because right now, for me, that storyline, not the sidebar, but that storyline is getting kind of stale. So,
no comment. It should tell y'all shame his name.
So if they added like a female to that John, just highlight Judgment Day is with freaking Rhea Ripley, it'll take it to another level. But I mean, but that is what it was. You feel me? Yeah.
Now switching gears from the misses over back to the men's. Our next topic, which the men have been very much waiting on, is Mr. Attitude Era. So, Keenan, we're going to start with you. Who to you was Mr. Attitude Era?
So, for me, we had this discussion before on episode 1 where we had certain individuals that were nameless like Mike that said Bret Hart was part of the Attitude Era, and that was pretty cute. I mean, he birthed it. My bad, he birthed it. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean? Yeah, he did birth it, and like I said, he put the baby on the step. And when who actually opened the door, the man that he quote unquote helped build was Stone Cold Steve Austin. When you say Attitude Era, the very first name that pops in your head is Stone Cold Steve Austin. We're talking about the most, forget John Cena, forget Hulk Hogan, forget Goldberg, the most popular superstar bar none, hands down, of every era. I mean, whenever you hear that glass break, you're ready to stun somebody. You're ready to get somebody the finger. You're ready to shake your head on people. I mean, Stone Cold Steve Austin, to me, I mean, like I said, my boy Sean, he's dope, and Undertaker, he's cool. But when you say Attitude Era for me, I'm sorry, it's got to be Austin 316 because I just whooped their ass.
yeah. I like that.
I mean, you don't agree?
No.
Okay.
You want smoke?
You know,
I mean, just saying.
I mean, that's
Just saying.
it's either. I feel like you either pick between him and The Rock. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And I gotta go with The Rock.
Okay.
Stone Cold was a little bit more popular than The Rock when he first came. You know, The Rock was kind of boring. He was just that stud. He was the son of, his pop and
Rocky
Maivia. He was boring. You know, when you were a little kid, you got a big ass head, and they were like, "Oh, I can't wait till he grows into his head." You know what I mean? He got a little peanut head, little bean, llama bean head. That's how The Rock was. He had to grow into his character, and it started changing.
Llama bean head.
You got big out here. I can't wait to grow into your body, but yeah, he had a little dent in his head. You know what I'm saying? But it's like But that's just a metaphor for who he was when he first came. You know what I'm saying? They gave him the belt. He beat Hunter Hearst Helmsley for the Intercontinental title, but he was blah. He was bland. He was white. He was chicken. He was bland.
They were just changing
He started getting flavor when he joined the Nation of Domination. He started getting his flavor. Then that's just the pivotal moment of The Rock's career when they jumped him out the Nation of Domination. He was feeling himself. He started turning into David Ruffin. He thought he was better than him. They jumped him out. And as a kid, I remember when The Rock got jumped out, something was telling me he was going to blow up like that. And that's exactly what he did. He changed the game with his trash talking. No one talks shit like The Rock. Nobody. From, I'm going to take this size 10 foot, turn it sideways, take it straight up, you're candy, you're jabroni. He had the craziest...
He's like, what's your name? What's your name?
It doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, they named a whole wrestling network after him.
Yeah.
SmackDown.
Yeah,
So I agree with Keenan in regards of Stone Cold, but you can't mention Stone Cold without mentioning The Rock for Attitude Era. They changed the game. It's those two only. I feel like changed the game.
So real quick, who has a better promo, Stone Cold
The
or
Rock.
The Rock?
The Rock. He's the best on the mic. He's the best trash talker on the mic. It's The Rock, yo.
The Rock. He has more. You got that boutique pie too.
Yeah,
More catchphrases.
More catchphrases. Stone Cold have 3. All 3 seasons, just whooped your ass. What? And that's the bottom line. It was Stone Cold, and it was catchy, but The Rock just no one's better than The Rock, bro. Like talking that shit, man.
I just had a question. That's all.
Oh, it's all good.
Stone Cold's listen. Stone Cold's here. The Rock's right there. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? It's not
The Rock
much.
definitely went off like a few of them WrestleManias, but then they be cheating him, so it like always makes it like so.
All around, I gotta give it to
man hit with the chair for that 17.
If I had to pick, I would pick Stone Cold only because just longevity. The Rock did big and went to Hollywood.
Right. Stone Cold got hurt, and that's on the
Yeah, exactly. Stone Cold got a neck grab. And he would get hurt all the time, but he always stayed dedicated to his craft and to the company. So I'm always going to have Stone Cold over The Rock,
right.
But Mr. Attitude is definitely The Rock. He changed the game. The video games named after him. Phrases, catchphrases, it's The Rock, man. You know?
I ain't mad at it. You know, I'm going to sit there for Mr. WrestleMania, Mr. Attitude Era, I should say. It's Mr. WrestleMania, and I'm always going to rock with something like this all day, every day. It's your boy, Attitude, Mr. Attitude, because he's there. And he has the wave with D Generation X, and he has the wave with Against the Heart Foundation. He has the wave before it goes, because if you really peep it, he's doing his thing. Stone Cold's going against Bret Hart, but then it's like Stone Cold, his only beef wasn't against Bret Hart. His beef was with Shawn Michaels as well, so it wasn't a fully beef towards anyone.
Yeah.
Shawn Michaels was sitting there just straight up just being disrespectful and bringing new aspects when it comes to like the broadcasting. He's the one sitting there talking about, I did your mom and your girl, and when he's walking out there doing all that crazy stuff. Yeah.
I agree with what you're saying, but can we make that same argument that Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart are in the same name of birth and Attitude Era?
No.
Because Shawn Michaels kind of left.
Yes.
No, but I'll say no. But the only reason why I'll say no is because Shawn Michaels, when he was going at Bret for Canada, it wasn't like directly towards him, and the beef wasn't around like that. Attitude Era to me was about the Canada stuff. It wasn't necessarily when he went against him at WrestleMania 12. It wasn't the Canada stuff.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So when I say when it comes like Attitude Era, when like switched up, I feel like Shawn Michaels, he was being a degenerate by himself with Triple H. So again, they're sitting there telling people
But
like
that was before Attitude Era.
no, that's the birth of it though. What I'm saying is that
That was the birth,
Yeah.
but not the Attitude Era.
so you're sitting there trying to tell me like when DX came out with their video and this and the third, and they had the letter from USA Network and they're about to shut them down. All that stuff. It wasn't because DX was being grimy. Like it was because DX being grimy. They were just on different times. So like the individual, the individual moments is what is now. Stone Cold's coming out there. Stone Cold took it to another level once he beat Shawn Michaels, but he still was being Stone Cold. But it, like Bret Hart's beef wasn't towards necessarily Shawn Michaels when it came to attitude. It was before that. That was still considered a golden era in my opinion.
Correct. So we're not. You're
And so I said, no, I'm not. I said, when Mr. Attitude to me, I say it was Shawn Michaels because Shawn Michaels had a different aspect when he was sitting there making jokes and he used to come out there with trying to be like,
But yeah, I get that, but bro, that was literally equivalent to the same argument I put with Bret Hart with his beef with Shawn Michaels in Canada. But it was just the opposite of what Bret Hart was doing. What you were saying. That's why I feel like they were both birthed it
because after WrestleMania he's gone.
Exactly, that was literally the labor.
And that's when because Austin at that point really ignited the Attitude Era when he got hit with the big Eagle belt. And at that point, that is the birth of, that is the true beginning of the Attitude Era.
To an extent, you're right, Mr. Attitude Era, but I just feel like
but my thing is, The Rock and Stone Cold was all there at the same time. Technically speaking, when Stone Cold goes against Bret Hart in WrestleMania 13, I wouldn't even consider that.
The Rock wasn't The Rock yet.
He wasn't, but he's still getting up to it. Just like DX wasn't made yet, but it was building up to it. But when it comes to like actual raunchy, when it started changing the raunchy material, Stone Cold had the curse words. Shawn Michaels was actually being raunchy.
Attitude Era started after WrestleMania 14. Okay.
Me too.
The actual Attitude
When
Era.
Shawn Michaels lost to Mike Tyson, that's when DX formed the Billy Gunn, Road Dogg,
So you're basically saying Shawn Michaels has no part of it because after that,
you think Bret Hart does it, then
I didn't say Bret Hart.
You said you did.
I didn't say that at all.
He's part of the birth of it. But he's not part of the Attitude
No, I
Era.
didn't say that. I said that we got on tape. I didn't say that. I said that they had different beef, so their beef wasn't directed towards each other until the Canada stuff. When he was talking that, Shawn Michaels' beef and Bret Hart's beef was before that. And so when they started coming after the fact, Bret Hart was beefing with everyone. It changed the dynamic because it was more about Canada. And that's what I just said. So it was more of Canada to me. What Bret Hart brought out the part of the Attitude Era. That Attitude Era was not towards Shawn Michaels necessarily. It was towards Stone Cold. It was towards everybody. That's what I'm saying. I'm not knocking Bret Hart when it comes to his contribution to the jump. I didn't say that. I ain't knocking that.
I'd say that he was cool. He's a stepmom just like Shawn Michaels. He's a stepmom just like Shawn Michaels.
Shawn Michaels.
What you think?
I cannot comment too much on the Attitude Era for who I believe was there, just because I need to do a bit more homework on that. At a later date, I might be able to give you a bit better.
You make me feel old as shit when you say that.
So no. The reason why I say that is I grew up watching it after it happened, and even then, I was not invested enough
So you're ruthless aggression.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay, okay.
Born in a ruthless
That would be my era, the ruthless aggressive era. So that's what I'm saying. Respectfully, I cannot give an answer right now.
Right. I respect it, but I just feel like that's the crazy part. When I be talking about my favorite wrestlers, they're like, who's that? Bret Hart. I be like, damn, I'm not that old, am I? That ain't.
Well, I would say one of the moments that I'm talking about specifically is when the DX was about to get canceled. That's before
The DX promo is something I saw recently, and that is one of the funniest things I've seen.
Yeah,
So that's not like, it's not like saying that heat just because Stone Cold beat him at WrestleMania 40. That shit happened before that. And it was like, that was one of the things, they were so grimy that USA was mad. So it was like, they're like pushing to that. They pushed the narrative, but it wasn't like a beef towards anyone. It was just like, as far as like the actual show content, they were being grimier. And I feel like that's what I'm saying, not the rise of the beef.
The birth, not the razor.
Listen, the birth, not the reason.
Not the razor. He didn't raise it. He didn't raise it. He birthed it. He didn't raise it.
Like, see, it's like
right, he dropped off.
Like what's the movie called? Well, Todd Nigga Nights. Remember Todd Nigga Nights? He dropped the son off. He said, "See you when you're grown."
I don't know this gentleman. I'm trying to shit. I'm trying.
Yeah, chill lost life. He went earlier. He went chill.
No, I'm just trying to understand.
Chill.
I'm trying to understand, ladies and gentlemen.
Chill lost juice.
Because I don't understand the confusion. I don't
It's not
understand.
confusion.
He said that the Attitude Era didn't start until after Stone Cold beat Shawn Michaels WrestleMania 14, and I don't agree with that.
I agree with it.
I don't, bro. If
I
you
agree.
look at the
I
starting
agree with
Generation X, that's the push.
because we had that same argument last week.
And that's the push of it. Stone Cold getting beat by the blood, all that stuff. They push the Attitude Era was already there, technically.
All right, we got to agree to disagree.
Yes.
Yes. Right. All right. And now we have our final topic for this episode, which is the best manager. So, we all have our different general managers who we felt did their jobs. So now we want to hear from you, the fans, as well, after we talk to the fellas. So, Mike, you're up.
I'm gonna kick it off. I gotta go with my guy Teddy, man, thugging and bugging. Mr. Teddy Long. Just in regards of just being a black person born in the 90s, being from Alabama, and to have the success that he had as a manager, that's why I'm going to give him my favorite.
Holla.
Because, yeah, man, because thugging and bugging, yeah. Undertaker, yeah, man, he's just, bro, like, yeah, it's just, man, he came a long way from living in Alabama in the 40s, you know. He started off as a radio station personality, and he was discovered because of the way he talked. They liked his swag, his lingo. So then he would go to wrestling matches, and then it was funny. One time he was telling the story, he was just hanging out, and they were clearing out the ring, and one of the refs never showed up. So someone who knew him was like, "Yo, you're the ref." So they threw him a shirt, gave him the referee shirt, and that was actually his first referee match. He refereed a Texas bloodbath match, and he ran out the ring when he saw motherfuckers bleeding. Like that was his first. That was his first gig. Again, he worked for the radio station for James Brown. He lived right down the street from the Mississippi bombing that happened in Alabama. That's crazy. So he's been through a lot, and again, for someone to make it in that type of business at that time, being black, and it says a lot, man. And he had his first heel job when he joined the tag team group, the Doom with Farouk and them. So he managed Undertaker before he was Undertaker, and it's funny his phrase, the Undertaker, how it came about. It's funny how something so simple could be so like historic. So one time, Vince McMahon is coaching him. He's telling him, "Hey, Teddy Long, when you talk, when you say Undertaker, put some emphasis, put some umph in his name." And Teddy Long was like, "All right." So he just went Undertaker, and that was his thing ever since. You know what I mean? So that's how it started, from Vince McMahon telling him, put some spark up in that joint. But yeah, just from all the people he managed a lot of great wrestlers. he's funny as hell to me. I had a lot of good memories with my dad watching wrestling, and he enjoyed Teddy Long, and just seeing how my dad would just laugh at him thugging and bugging. My dad thought it was so funny. I just love sharing laughs with my family, my dad and stuff like so. Teddy Long means a lot to me because he brought my family together. He's a black man, and he made it in that business, and he managed a lot of great wrestlers. He's one of Kurt Angle's favorite. When Keenan's boy, Kurt Angle saying he's his favorite general manager, and he just has a personality, man, that everybody likes and gravitates to. I feel like the only person that hated him was Ric Flair. They was beef. You know what I'm saying? They had a little beef. Ric Flair was a hater on a low, bro. He hated on Teddy Long. He hated on the fact that people gravitated to him. He ain't like it. So he was a hater. So yeah, man, he didn't want to see him be great. Yeah, man.
What's funny is this man, when he was managing Roddy Mack, is when he had the 5-minute white boy match. Yo, when he was so in that ruthless aggression era, he was so racist.
He was a fool, bro.
He had a 5-minute white boy match where he had Roddy Mack beat up a white boy. He had beat a white boy up in 5 minutes.
The fact that the company allowed him to do this stuff just says a lot about Teddy Long and the love and respect that they have for this dude. Because bro was wilding, fam. Teddy used to be wilding, bro. He would say some of the most racist shit that you can't say on TV right now. We out here thugging and bugging. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't say that on TV now. Yeah, man. That's my guy. I love Teddy Long, man. That's him. I gotta go with my favorite.
He's good, man.
Yeah. Who you got here, man?
You know, it's your boy Evan Fontaine holding out the fish every day. You know, I'm just gonna go with Sonny Ono. You know, I represent for Sonny Ono a lot. You know, he was one of the big contributions to WCW back in the day. He helped really structure the cruiserweight division. That's one thing that set WCW apart from everyone, was that cruiserweight division was just epic. Rey Mysterio Jr., La Parka, Psychosis, Dean Malenko, Chris Jericho, like that cruiserweight division. Juventud Guerrero is my favorite. That the juice. That was like the best thing. When he came in there, Sonny Ono holding it down. Yuji Nagata, you know what I'm saying? First man had the devastating armbar before Alberto Del Rio, you know what I'm saying? And shout outs to his number one when he used to walk out with him, the Ultimo Dragon. You can't, like, it's just too much. Sonny always come out there, and then when he used to interview the matches, like how David Bryan used to hit him with the yes kicks and all that. Sonny Ono used to hit you with the combination, and that match used to be epic. Came out there with the whole sunglasses on.
Take a picture with.
Yeah.
He'll take a picture with his clients every time they come out in the entrance. That'd be dope.
Yeah, yo, Sonny Ono, and I feel like if it wasn't for him, like the cruiserweight division, WCW wouldn't have been what it was. That cruiserweight division turned into what we also know. Some of those people got bigger.
WCW cruiserweight division was why I watched.
Shout out Sonny Ono. I ain't sleeping on it though.
Yeah.
Sonny Ono.
Was
not
pretty
the best
dope.
cruiserweights, hands down.
Yeah, he's pretty dope. So for me, I gotta say, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman. The best manager of all time is Paul Heyman. I mean, we're not even talking about the promoter who was of ECW. We're going to even leave that out. We're talking about the man that was the manager of the Dangerous Alliance. We're talking about the man that was the manager of The Undertaker. We're talking about the man that was the manager of Brock Lesnar. We're talking about the man that was the manager of Kurt Angle. We're talking about the man that was the manager of Big Show. We're talking about the man that was the manager of CM Punk. We're talking about the man that was the manager of Roman Reigns. I mean, bro, I don't even want to keep going through like this man has a laundry list of Hall of Famers that he has
his
managed.
list is crazy. His list is crazy. Yeah, I can't even hit on his list. His list is crazy.
I mean, he matter of fact, that man in the interview said he's not even a manager. He is a advisor. That's what he said he is. He said, I'm not even a manager no more. I'm an advisor, because he already know that he's taking that manager role to an epic new level, bro. Like,
yo,
Paul Heyman.
I got a question for you real quick.
What's up, bro?
So I want to hear your response to this. So someone asked Paul Heyman the other day, Stephen A. Smith, he said, I mean, there was a Bobby the Brain Heenan back in the day. What do you think of him? And Paul Heyman said, "Screw him, he's dead."
Yeah, like dog.
That's perfect. I said this to somebody. Everybody's so mad, bro. You don't understand. Paul Heyman understands his job. That's a heel being a heel.
Correct.
It's not. And I guarantee you, Paul Heyman would have loved him saying that.
Yeah.
Because he's sticking to the script, man. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? You know, everybody's just like, I can't believe he said that. Everyone hating on, he's here, a fucked up person. No, y'all don't get it.
He's a heel.
You don't. If you
He's a heel.
If you're not a heel, just say that.
Right,
You know what I'm
he's a
saying?
heel.
If you're not a heel,
Like
just
he's
say
a
that,
walking
man.
heel. He don't know how to be a
He
baby
don't know
face.
exactly. He don't know how to be. He don't exactly heel. That's all he is.
He's
And
a
he knows
heel.
his job, man. So
Yeah,
I
Heyman,
seen
man.
a lot of people was offended by that. So I just wanted to see.
And that's what he do.
That's what he
And that means he's doing his job.
Yeah,
If he's
exactly.
making you feel something, that means he's done his job.
Exactly.
Paul Heyman is just that dude, man.
I feel
Like,
like he was a bad kid. Like I could just see him as a kid just being,
possibly.
just being an asshole, managing the bullies, the top bullies. He's a manager. Like
I mean, it's one of those things where if you got the gift of gab, man, he avoided bad fights because
tribal chief.
yeah, he knew how to talk. He knew how to talk people out of things, bro. He knows how to talk people out of things. So
Yeah, he's
Paul
a
Heyman's
prick,
that
man.
dude, dog.
He's a prick,
Yeah,
man. He's
you
good
know?
at it.
Yeah, Paul Heyman's
That's a
that
good
dude,
one.
man. Yeah.
It's a good one.
Manager wise, in regards of Liz Point, man, down, yeah. But my favorite is Teddy.
Yeah, I love Paul Heyman, man. I love Paul
Fucking
Heyman.
Sonny Ono.
He got a list, man.
Heard that.
Yeah.
Sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are over here doing the best we can, the best of our abilities,
Yes, sir.
and we are giving y'all greatness all day, every day. This is when wrestling was real to me. And ladies and gentlemen, we are going to continue to give you greatness all day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is a team effort. This is family right here.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? The best in the world, the Green Ranger, and
Yes,
we
sir.
definitely got the producer. You know what I'm saying? Shout out. New addition to the family. He's over there holding down for us, for the fans that want to be great. And we're not going to leave him out.
Yo,
of
we gotta
this.
give him a round of applause.
You know what I'm
first of
saying?
all.
Come
Okay.
on.
Yeah.
Yes, yes,
No,
yes,
we gotta
yes,
give him
yes,
a
yes,
Great
yes.
job.
All day. All day. There's some fans out there that want to be
First
great.
time, and it's just you bodied it, man, and that's very impressive, man.
Yes.
So
We still
thank
got to
you,
do memory lane too.
and thank you, and we'll just add this at the end. Yeah. So real quick,
So
yeah.
Well, let's do memory lane real quick because
Everybody loves
I got
it.
some-
Oh, I know, I do.
No, everybody, not for real. It's funny. Our memory lane is a fan favorite. People love our memory lanes. They comment. They love our stories. So we got to keep the tradition. So yeah, we got to definitely
Memory
hit up a
lane,
memory
man.
lane. Who want to start it off with memory lane?
I'll start it off this time.
Yeah, go ahead.
Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy MF Fonte, whatever fans are there. This is my memory lane this time around. What I will tell you is I used to really enjoy some old school matches. One of the matches that got me all the way jacked up back in the day is when Kane was going against Stone Cold Steve Austin in the cage. Now, the thing about it was a Hell in a Cell. It was the first blood match.
Yeah.
And it really freaked me out because Kane ends up winning the match against Stone Cold because of a chair. He gets hit with a chair, and then it hits Stone Cold, Undertaker, and it hits him in the face. But back in the day, I was just like, yeah, Kane actually won! And Stone Cold was untouchable. But it just made me mad because after he got the title belt, they took it away from Kane. And as a young kid, that just hurt me. He didn't even give him 24 hours with a belt.
Dirty, dog.
When Stone Cold had lost that match, you should just see Stone Cold look up because Stone Cold again, he was untouchable at the time. Nobody seen Stone Cold be
That just shows
lost.
how untouchable Stone Cold was. It's like,
Untouchable.
Look, fool, you gonna win the belt for a couple hours, but you'll get your shit right back. You know what I'm saying?
I could never
think about it, us being
get
young.
how I felt.
Being young though, we weren't mature enough to process. Kane wasn't going to lose that fight. He had a mask on. How are we gonna see him leave?
It wasn't.
Well, I mean, so here's a
Unless he unmasked him,
crazy
he
thing.
knew he wasn't doing that.
So not because he's been busted open before with the mask on. That's like the weird thing about it. So if you go back to where
Before First Blood, before
after.
I
This
was
is
about to say,
after. Beforehand you never see him, but after the fact, they have it to where he's got hit with a chair. And he's got cut. His whole top of his head is blood, so you already know he got busted open. So that was later on, but yeah, I mean I get it. It was still whack how they did King. It was whack.
Get him dirty. They could at least give him to the next pay-per-view. You know what I'm saying?
So, I was mad.
They gave him a week with
Yo, you lost your title on Monday Night Raw, and I'm like, what? Like
They even had it all up in like a case and stuff, like at the
Right.
stand. It was just so crazy.
whole
I was
ceremony
like,
for it.
okay,
Whole
well,
ceremony
okay,
for
hey,
it.
it was like,
Dirty,
I'm just like, as a young son, the boy M.A. Fontaine, it just confused me, and I was mad because I was like, okay, if King got the belt, it might be a problem.
Right.
I was like,
at that
it's
time,
not
you
a
would have been a
problem.
great champ at that time.
No.
They did him dirty with it. I give you that. They did him dirty.
Yeah, that's good.
It hurt me.
Mike,
My memory lane, man, it was in the WCW Sting era, baseball bat era. And again, I was out of my mind as a kid, man. I just didn't think real life was real life. I just thought everything was wrestling. So my brother had this aluminum bat. So we're outside playing, and we having our wrestling pay-per-views on the trampoline. I say, Eric, take the bat, hit me upside the head with it, hard. He's like, okay. He's younger than me. So I'm just like, I'm doing things. Yo, ping! Bro, and I just remember yo, I'm pretty sure I was concussed, and I couldn't go tell my parents because they would have whooped my ass and they found out what happened. So, bro, he hits me in the head. I fall on my knees. I start crying. My head go numb. And I just remember, bro, just like, think about it now, but I just remember I'm pretty sure I was concussed. Yo, I know I had a concussion. And I just I was an idiot, bro. Could have killed me, bro. And I just... Again, I'm like 9 or 10, so he's 7. So he's doing what I tell him to do.
But why you gotta do the pig dog?
That's what it sounded like. It was a little bit back. He hit me. I have a
that's what that was.
And I just remember my friends looking at like, you sure you want to hit you with the bat? I'm like, yeah, just hit me with the head with the bat. And he's like, I'll never forget. I just fell to my knees and I was just like, and I started crying. And I'm rubbing my head and I'm like, yo, you idiot! What did you think was gonna happen? You know what I'm saying? And again, my parents were so they didn't play that. So if I went inside and told them what really happened, I would have got even a worse ass whooping. So I took the L. Thank God I woke up the next day. You know what I mean? But I'm sure I was concussed. But yeah, that's my memory. I just didn't know the difference between real life and wrestling. So,
You did.
I'm fine. Those hiccups.
But for me, my memory lane for me is actually pretty bad in a way because
what you do? You didn't walk around no hair or anything.
No. This ain't the hair. So I'm gonna once again take it back to the youth center days, and when I would get into trouble, or when I played in our the not summer league games, but the Saturday basketball games, I had a little bit of anger issues. And for me, the only way I knew how to express myself was telling somebody to suck it. I didn't care. So I got in trouble one time because I pushed some kid in the pool. Now, that sounds bad, but it really wasn't that bad because he didn't know how to swim. And I was trying to help him how to swim.
Oh my God.
So
You were evil, bro.
So the only way he can learn how to swim is by going in the deep end and trying.
Oh my, good son.
Hey,
Good son with color cocaine. That's him.
The Lord of the Rings, he was in there too. You know what I'm talking about? Frodo Baggins.
He learned how to swim that day though. But anyway, so what happened was I had to sit out. I couldn't swim no more because I was trying to help my friend learn how to swim. And because I tried to help my friend learn how to swim, they told me I had to sit out the pool time the rest of the time, which was probably a good 30 minutes. It was wild. So
Before don't swim.
whatever. So then we go back. They take me back and they call my mom to let her know that what happened. And so when they were telling my mom what happened, they're like, yeah, so he can't come back for a week. My mom was already, she was like, come on, Keenan, let's go. While she's up walking in front, I turn around and I'm like, you, stop it! I don't care! You, stop it! And it's like, and then I got mad, so I'm not going to say.
Your mom ain't beat you?
Nah, so my mom and she is there like,
hold on, let him cook.
They're like, yo, did you see what she said? Did you see what he said? So then I even went for the juggler, and I didn't even go DX. I went just graphic rated R Superstar, and I told him to suck my dick.
Oh my.
So then, and mind you, I'm like 13. You can't be seen, man. After I said that, I was actually going for a good month. It went from a week to a month, and it was pretty sad. And yeah, man, wrestling was too real to me because that was the only way I can express my anger. If I felt some type of way, I told you I had 2 words for you, and that was that, man. I don't care about the judgment, man. I had, my childhood was special. My childhood was special. I help people. I help somebody learn how to swim.
You gotta drown him, bro.
No.
You should help him swim. Help him swim on the deep. On the 3-foot end. You help
problem child.
Yeah, problem child.
You can't learn on a 3-foot.
No, you a problem child, bro. You is bad.
Hey, yo, he seems like that type. There's body salt and the kid's struggling. He just sit there and stare.
He would probably laugh.
Not even laugh, just stare.
He would laugh.
He need to learn how to swim.
No, look at his face right there. Look at his face. Look at his face. He laughing. Look at his face.
You got any for us, Randy?
Oh my God.
I actually do have one.
Let's hear it.
So, my memory lane goes as this. I will say this. It was actually my uncle who got me into wrestling. My dad watched it with me, but my uncle watched it with me the most. So, my memory lane is it would be myself, my younger siblings, and my cousins. And whenever uncle was watching us for the day, he'd do 1, 2 things. 1, he'd have us run a little obstacle course, and 2, everybody grab your snacks, we sitting down, we watching WWE. So, after we watch it, as kids, we're reenacting a bunch of it. Myself and one of my other cousins, when we get done reenacting it, we know, okay, mom and aunts are going to be here at this hour. We stop. We were literally the ringside nurses. It's like, okay, everybody good. We did what we did.
Right.
You don't have a bruise. You don't got no black eyes. And as soon as they come and ask us, so what y'all do? Oh, we just played a game. We look at Uncle. What'd they do? I just watched the kids play a game, and that's all that was.
Right.
Good time. Yeah, I'm a good uncle. You see that?
Yeah,
I'm good.
that was you.
Yeah, me.
Oh, yeah, so for those of y'all who don't know,
Good guy.
Keenan is my uncle.
So he was a good uncle?
Yeah.
He was
I'm
very...
surprised he wasn't power driving y'all.
Hold on. He wasn't just a good uncle. He is my favorite uncle. Don't do that.
I can appreciate that. He's lying.
Best in the world, man.
So he does have a heart. All right.
Cheer.
Anyway, anywho, we're going to go ahead and wrap this up because I ain't going to keep taking this harassment. We want to go ahead and thank the fans out there. Once again, let's go ahead and once again thank our newest member of the squad that is bringing energy, is bringing the fun, is bringing the levels, is bringing the wrestling real to me energy. Shout out to the total package tomorrow, y'all.
Yes, gentlemen, glad to be here. I'm glad to be a part of the team, and I'm looking forward to this future.
Yes, sir, man. Great episode, y'all. Listen, you guys can check us out on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Spotify. We're going to be everywhere. This will be the first audio episode on Spotify and all other streaming platforms. Again, it's up from here. Thank you guys, and we will see y'all soon for episode 4.
But hold
on. I believe the Best in the World has a special announcement.
I got a special announcement to make, fellas. You know what I mean? Because since we have a new edition, usually how math works, in order to add, you have to subtract. So we want to go ahead and, I actually have a nice little statement sent from corporate when wrestling was built with me. You know what I mean? They sent this certified, actually. They sent it this morning. They sent it this morning. And they said, and I quote, and like I said, this is not us, this is from corporate. All right? So, corporate has stated that when Wrestling is Real to Me has come to terms on the release of Deshaun Dirty Brown as of Sunday, August 27, 2023. When Wrestling is Real to Me wishes Dirty Brown the best in all his future endeavors. So from the bottom of my heart, I want to say thank you, Dirty Brown, for all your contributions that you added to this great content. But corporate has officially given you your walk-in papers. We're going to go ahead and reach out to you. There is actually a party basket that's coming straight directly to you. We want to thank you for your future endeavors, brother.
Thank you.
And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. And we got 2 words for you as always. See ya.
Cheers.